Welcome back, folks. Before we go on, I just want to check on some sports stats, keep myself sharp here on the sports, and I'll use my computer and just go in here. I'm going to check. Okay.
What's up? What's up, guys?
Did the people know that they were getting Dave tonight? Daddy Dave?
I'm back, and I've got my first beer as a dad. It's a dad beer.
Wow.
Behind it.
Let's go.
Oh, man. People are wondering if Little Rose is going to get his first live stream appearance tonight, but we'll see how it goes, I guess.
Can you hear him? I don't know. I
heard him earlier before we went live, but now nothing.
No, I don't know if now is the time to bring him on. He's he told me that he wasn't ready for the big stage yet, so
he'll get there.
But happy to be back. Monday's episode was good. Shout out to Will for filling in. All the episodes this week have been good.
Well, I mean, they were going to tell you. They asked me to tell you first, and then they would talk with you in person. But they did feel like things went really, really well over the last week or so.
I thought the fun and easy banter was a little too fun and easy without me. I was like, well, I don't care for how fun and easy this is right now.
No, we miss you, Dave. We need you back.
Micah in the house?
Oh, it's business, Micah.
Just listening to Star Shopping in a blizzard. Best vibes in this bitch. Meeting up with Jimbo Wilden.
Who's Jimbo?
I don't know.
Jimbo's his buddy with the face tats, I think.
I need some context.
Shouts to Dat Boy, who asked when Micah's getting a kid. I don't know. Thank you for asking.
It's getting a kid.
I'm just
going to pick one up.
Yeah, I'll cop one. It's great to be here with you guys talking about the most important sporting event in the history of mankind.
Wow.
The biggest
big game, of course.
The biggest game.
Big game.
The biggest stage possible.
KJ's
you're
making me realize I didn't pull one piece of audio. And this man knows exactly what I'm talking about here. I'll try to get to it. But I'm in the house. I'm also representing, if you vacation like I've vacationed back in 2016, shout out to Watercolor Florida. You've got to have themed shirts for all your family vacations. That's how you're really stepping it up in life.
Did all you guys wear them at the same time?
You gosh damn right. Why wouldn't I?
You have to.
Dude, and then I love that. I love that for your family.
I'm not reading
here. It says here, Micah looks like he just got done with a full day of Jehovah's Witness bike rides. What does that mean, Micah?
You'd have to ask Klein.
Klein, not bad, man.
Good one.
This reminds me, your look right now reminds me of early Grand X Micah when you showed up. We had no idea who you were. And you were like, yeah, I work here now. Like, okay, what are you doing? Like, and he's like, and you're like, I don't really know. But you wore that like church just like that every day.
Well, I'm getting a lot of attention on LinkedIn this week as I have officially started a new career. I think the people are excited about. You can add me. Come join this network on LinkedIn. We'll talk more about it at a later date. But today, the fourth consecutive day of wearing a custom shirt with a monogram, I had three fellow coworkers ask me, "Oh, are all your shirts monogrammed?"
Oh no!
Yes, they are actually.
Wow. Yes.
Off the rack just doesn't fit your boy. Although that being said, everyone else in the office was in golf polos today and jeans with cargo pockets. So the days of me wearing buttoned ups and sport coats may be rapidly coming to a close.
Wait, I'm sorry. What did you say with cargo pockets?
There's some pants with cargo pockets I've seen recently.
What are you working for Blackwater?
Into it now.
I'm pretty sure Will wore cargo painter's pants into the office the other day. Fairly sure.
Micah, have you told him how NF that is or not?
You know what? On day 4, I haven't gotten that far, but it's. I'm very excited about the things that I'm doing. We'll tell the people more about it at a later date, but today we're here to talk about the big game, and I do love you too, Klein. Thank you for saying that.
One other quick statement, but major shout out to listener Justin up in Wisconsin. He sent your boy a bottle of an old-fashioned Christmas. It is a wine that tastes like an old-fashioned, and it is from Wausau. Wow, I fucked that up. It's Wausau. Still screwed it up. Wisconsin, and shit's pretty good. Little old winemaker. So, cheers.
Thanks for sending it to exactly one of us.
Yeah, you've got to be in the Discord to get these privileges. He did send some.
Very cool. Very cool.
Okay. I guess if we're doing free ads, I just want to shout out Four Corners Brewing Co. in Dallas, Texas. El Grito, the lager, one of my favorites. It's my first beer as a father, as you guys know. Coming in and doing this live stream tonight after having a kid, like, it's just your perspective has changed on like life and podcasts and just everything. So I feel like I'm going to do things a little bit differently going forward. And I'm glad Four Corners Brewing Co. can be a part of the ride, part of the journey. So
does that El Grito just hit harder now?
It hits so much different. I could probably drink 15 of these.
Wow. Daddy strength.
Daddy strength. And not only that, I'm no longer doing exactly one beer. I will be doing exactly 2 beers.
Oh,
breaking news.
This is a major announcement alert.
Damn.
Can I hear another major announcement?
It's good.
Hey, this week on Mind of Micah, I actually did it. I got the interview with the guy that wrote that insufferable piece about moving his family from California to Austin. His name is Brett Adler. I had him on a 2-part interview on Mind of Micah. The results may shock you. I think you'll really enjoy it.
How's the interview going to go? You just going to like hand him a live grenade and run away and just see what happens?
Well, the interview has been published, both part 1 and part 2, so you'll have to check it out. We'll just say it did get a little combative, but it was all in all a fun conversation. I think you'll enjoy it. Mind of Micah.
Did you say, hey, you're a stand-up guy for coming on, a la Bill O'Reilly in 2007?
No, I did not do that. I should have. I think I told him that I had called him an asshole on the internet, and I appreciate him jumping me. I'm also like 90% sure he didn't know that I had written Micah's Read of the Week, the newsletter, all about what a jerk he was before he came to the podcast. So
there's margin for him having known. You're saying, like, you're pretty sure he didn't know that you wrote that?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I just reached out to him at my verified Twitter account at Micah Weiner, and he was like, "Oh, sure, podcast, Mind of Micah, let's do it."
Wow, triple play, well done. Well, let's plug something else real quick.
Check it out.
Dip tips.
Oh, dip tips, baby. We got a line.
33371 dip. Look at it. It's right there on your screen. This is like fucking QVC. Look at that. High level designs.
Big time.
Hey, somebody's got to mute that TV. I don't think it's.
Oh, Parks. turn that down, buddy. A lot.
Bad problems, huh?
Sorry, buddy. I'll text him and tell him I'm sorry.
I didn't know
Dave said it's too loud
on podcast to
hey,
watch.
turn it down some more, bud.
We are.
You guys want to go? You guys want to go to the dip line real quick? Just see maybe just a random call, see what they're doing, what they're talking about on the streets.
Do we have one queued up?
I'm ready. Are you
Let's
ready?
go.
I haven't listened to it. David sent me this about 2 seconds before the show started, so hopefully I don't need to cut any sides off of
it. Hey, KJ, what's your fucking deal, man?
Jesus Christ.
It's a great question.
It's a horrible question, Dylan. I don't envy this.
We're all wondering.
I know I wore a blue shirt, but I don't need shots fired this direction.
You don't have to tell Dylan that what's your deal is a bad question. I think if anybody knows that, it's probably Dorn.
everybody wants to be the man until they get a taste of what it's like being the man. Dylan, this
Wow. So you're officially dodging the question. That's what I'm getting here.
my deal is one of the Sizzle Squad became a Faja, and we're rolling deep in the daddy gang now. That's all that's on my mind.
The daddy gang. I think that phrase is already taken.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's us.
That is fucking taken. You're right. See,
Damn.
definitely taken. I'll
The
work on
Zaddy
the
gang.
Para los Padres. How about that for the dads? We'll go some Duolingo on them. This.
Let's get into we're going to go quick dips off the top, eh?
Yeah, I want to save the full platter later for the big game, if you will. So let's hit some quick tips.
Guys, I almost missed this news, but NCAA football is coming back. Were you aware of this? Did you see this?
We're back.
Yep. Of all the video games in my life I played, I definitely have logged the most hours playing NCAA football. It's not saying a whole lot, not a big gamer growing up, but I went hard on NCAA football. But I think KJ probably has me beat.
I can confidently say this is my golden tee. This is my Will DeFreeze Tony Hawk. Like this news, we've been teased with it a few times over the last 7 or 8 years since they last put out a game. But for them to confirm that they will make a game with or without the name, image, likeness laws in place, without a players union in place, that's a big step because basically that's what axed the game before. And people like me getting a check cut for them putting my number on a character and making me way too fast in the game. I can't overstate how excited I am. It was a little bit disheartening to realize the game is probably a year to 2 years out at minimum, but that will give them enough runway to find out whether or not the names and players can get paid for it. What was my rating?
You knew this question was going to come, so let's hear it. What was your rating?
67.
Klein, what was your rating? Klein, as a receiver, I think he told me that his blocking on the outside was rated like 99, but everything else was sub 70.
You need those guys out there too, man. Those guys play a role,
man. Yeah,
you got.
You really got to set those wide receiver screens properly.
KJ, are you going to get paid on this deal?
I will not get paid on this deal. No, I don't think they will include me in the Heisman Legends of the Game where they add Bo Jackson and Robert Griffin to the game.
It can't hurt to ask.
Like most players, I think I would accept a free copy of the game at this point. Probably would have back then.
Herschel Walker, Tim Tebow,
Klein by one.
I do have Klein beat. He's as a whole 99. That is impressive. I assume y'all played the game. As far as like getting into it at this point in your life, do you see it being a factor if it came back this fall? Would you play it or buy it or whatever?
Absolutely.
I talked about this a little bit on Monday's episode, but I feel like the football game, like modern football video games, have passed me by. They were just way too complex, I think. Maybe I'd pick it up. I don't know, but I think I would have to log some hours to get the hang of it and actually be competitive. So probably not for that reason.
Until start playing 2 months after we start playing, and then just quietly be better than all of us at the game.
I don't think so. No.
The answer for me is quite clear. This, more than anything that has happened, has got me interested in buying a new console and joining the world of gaming. Not even watching the bros play at Verdansk. None of that is interesting to me. Whatever it's called, I don't know. But the fact that
it's close enough.
Thank you, Dylan. NCAA football may be on the horizon. It's got me thinking about it. Let's get ready.
Got your thumbs twitching, huh?
I've got it'd probably be 2 years before the game comes out, so that's enough time to buy the new console. Start saving up
on the sticks, man.
Dude, catch me just running Greg Williams like all out blitzes every time.
Aim for the head. You got to hurt the head.
You got to kill the head.
Kill
Okay.
the head. The body will follow. That's
The
what
body will follow.
I will defer to whether or not, or you three, do we want to run this video of Randy's high school basketball coach losing his shit? I can do with or without it.
Let's run it.
All right. So
I
Gary,
love a good meltdown.
yeah, Gary, Indiana, Lighthouse Prep High School, home of Randy. I'm just going to say that's the high school he went to. And once you see the team, you'll definitely know this is the exact team he played for in high school or ran track for. A very mundane call, or no call for that matter. I think it was a walking call. And the coach does as most bad coaches will do.
I haven't seen this.
It's worth look at this high class buffering here.
Oh, so this is where Randy went to high school. Okay.
You can see his jersey number on the wall. This might just be an all if I can't on this. Oh, I see what's going on.
To be clear, human.
This off, and then I will add it back on.
You have to enable cookies.
No, I just have to refresh. I had the video plan.
Clear your cache.
I told you I would figure out how to get all these Family Feud women certain names out of my searches. Here we go.
Here we go. No sound. I like it. Even better.
Oh, I
So we
can
can talk over. No sound. We're good.
Okay. So we miss a walking call.
Oh no!
Share hits
He
his own.
went Bob Knight.
Oh,
Wait, can we get
If this is the same coach or a different coach, but things kind of escalate.
There's another one coming.
oh no! You can't throw two. Oh, he's like, nah, dude.
He's not done.
The nature of the refs just walking up and not like de-escalating this immediately. You know they fucked up the calls. There goes one basketball.
Oh, come on.
Have they ejected him yet? I don't think they have.
You've gotten two very chill, like single finger tees, and you're out of here.
Well, they're doing the Rasheed Wallace where they do the tee and then walk away so that he can't possibly get a second one. That's not what you do when someone does egregious behavior. You make the tee signal and you get right in his face and you kick him out. Eject.
Then we get, I believe, the athletic director walking up in a jean vest. Again, more proof that this is where Randy went to high school.
Wait a minute.
Calm down his coach. And soon after, I believe he gets ejected as well, but I don't think that's on this clip we have here.
Let me just say, I don't really know where the game was. I don't know if that was a big district game or something. But let me say, sometimes in a season, a coach has to do something, get ejected to fire the team up, light a little fire under their ass. They probably were lollygagging out there, and I don't know how it played out, but I don't condone it. But I get it.
Coach Nick Moore was relieved of his duties 3 days later.
At least the administration did what the referees failed to do.
In the program, I think the athletic director had to meet with the high school state, basically their UIL. The high school coach was quoted as saying, I don't condone flagrant fouls or technical fouls or my attitude that day, but I probably could have handled it better. That was his apology.
It's a good apology. That's enough for me.
Probably right. You're probably right, sir.
I wish Nick Moore best of luck in his future endeavors.
Randy must have been a really good player. He did admit that he was a team manager for one of whatever school he went to.
No shame in that.
That's the debut of our video segment. We're just doing so much tonight.
You guys want to just jump right into SSB or SNB? That's what we call it now.
Oh, you know what? Let's do that.
Smoke some, bitch.
Forgot we got that. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, double down.
This is the one that put us on the map. This is what separates us from the other few sports pods out there. We have the guts to talk about barbecue.
Micah, you want to take the lead on this one?
Not really. I'm not smoking anything this weekend. Are you guys smoking anything?
I don't know. I got
place,
a kid here.
Place to watch the game. I don't know where I'm watching it yet.
You want to come watch it at my place with Rhodes and my parents and my wife?
Yes.
Are you going to do daddy sodas?
Depends what you're smoking, Dave, honestly. What are you smoking?
First of all, got the good.
But I might the gas going.
I might do maybe a pork shoulder or something, maybe a pork buttocks.
You're not doing shit. I can guarantee you're not smoking shit between now and Sunday.
Ooh.
I brought it up to what's that mean? Because the kid
just laying down the gauntlet. This is how like you tease your new father friends to like come back out to the bar. Oh, you're never going back out, bro. We'll never see you, bro. You're never drinking again.
Well, they said that, and I already proved him wrong.
All right, KJ, go ahead. What are you smoking?
You know what? I will commit here on this public forum. I'll bring the gift of ribs down to Austin with me on Monday. I won't make it by game time, obviously, but I think I'll lay down that work. I'll vacuum seal some up just to make sure people understand.
Wow.
I'm the real up here in the north, and Daddy Dave can throw some in the freezer, a little stowaway meal. Enough lasagna and casseroles.
I got a ZD in the freezer.
Can't wait.
It's February 4th. Dylan, have you set up your grill?
I have a little electrical problem on the patio that I need to sort through before I can. It's set up, but I can't get power to it currently. It's kind of a mess. Yeah.
That's tough. You want me to come take a look at it?
No, Dave. Thank you though. Unless you're an electrician, which I don't think that you are.
Show an extension cable, please.
I know, but I don't want to rig it like that though. I want it to actually look solid, and we'll figure it out. I'll keep you guys updated.
Micah was once a human power plant.
That's true. Guys, plug it right into you, Micah.
I like the way that sounds.
Damn!
I want Micah to show up with his Peloton and just spin some electricity up that way.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
Okay, let's aside from what we're personally doing this weekend, the concept of a Super Bowl party. I have to personally state that they kind of fucking suck. Like, I'm all for watching like a fight with friends. I'm down for watching like my team win the big game on a Saturday with friends. But the Super Bowl in and of itself, the long commercial breaks, the extended, halftime show, I feel like the pacing of the day does not set itself up for like, hey, let's fucking really tie one off, because you've got to go to work the next day usually.
Yeah, that's the problem with them, is that they're on Sunday evening. So you want to let it rip, but you really can't, because you're gonna wake up feeling like crap and you got to go to work. That's the problem with them. If it was on a Saturday night, it'd be a totally different vibe.
Of course. It's impossible to argue with that take. I would also say the people that are at the people that aren't sports fans that are there at the Super Bowl that say, "Oh, I'm just here for the commercials." Those are the people that always talk through the actual interesting commercials. I've always noticed, like, no one ever there's not like a conversation that just stops and then we pause and we watch the commercials at full volume for 4 minutes. That's never happened. Talk to it and ruin even that. I'm tending to agree with you. I don't know what the proper number of people is for a Super Bowl. I've been watching the Super Bowl the last 2 years at a bar on West 6th Street called Buford's, which is a terrible place, really.
I was about to say, of all the places in Austin,
it's not a good bar.
I don't know why we've gone there the last 2 years, but the highlight of both of those games, which were, well, especially the game 2 years ago, which was pretty lousy, was girls losing their mind at the halftime show, just dancing and things we can't even imagine in these COVID times. That was fun.
It would be a good year to be at a bar like that. Like, I imagine the weekend at a bar would be, the equivalent of being like at a Josh Abbott show. There's nothing but fucking grinding those jeans and chinos.
You know what? I'm just going to say it. The Monday after Super Bowl Sunday should be a national holiday.
I'm so glad. You froze for a second and it was perfectly timed.
Man, I've got the guts to say it. Let me be the first to say it should be a freaking holiday, man. That's what this country needs right now.
Just say it.
Dude got the take cannon out for that one.
Am I wrong?
Am I wrong, guys? I've already basically blocked out the day here on the home front and let it be known. Hey, I plan to watch, start to finish every single bit of it. But I have a feeling that by the second, probably somewhere midway through the third, my interest will be so burned out from like 2 hours of pregame, an hour-long halftime show and all that shit, all the commercials, all the social media influx. Like by the fourth quarter, unless it's a within 5-point game, which we can get to here in a minute, the Super Bowl always underwhelms. Like short of like the fucking Falcons, Patriots a few years back. So anyhow.
Geez, what's that coach doing? Dan Quinn. What's that guy? Surely that guy doesn't have a job anymore.
Dave. Come on, Dave.
Is it Dan? What was Mike Smith or whatever that other guy's name was? Was it?
He was the DC or the OC, wasn't he? DC.
Yeah, you're right. Best dips. I didn't know. I'll Micah, this list.
Well, I just figured since the show is called Too Much Dip.
Okay.
And
yes.
The Super Bowl is generally an event where people make dips or bring dips to a party, that perhaps we should power rank some dips. And I these are not necessarily in any order, except the first two are clearly the two best dips. And the number one in all power rankings of dips is guacamole.
Yeah. I mean, it is, of course it is good. But it's not the clear number one, Micah.
Okay.
You just wanted to say guacamole like that.
Guacamole.
It's loaded with healthy fats. Loaded with healthy fats that help brain development.
No, it's good. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the best. It's just not the best.
Are you more of a queso guy?
Queso is superior to guacamole. Yes.
Wow.
Guacamole. Yeah. I love guacamole though.
I like to start the night with guacamole because it's lighter. Queso is a real it's just a brick in your stomach and you don't really want to eat anything afterwards. It's a closer in my opinion.
I might be the one of the rare ones that I just fucking make my own nachos. Like I'll make my plate or my bowl of chips.
You're a real one.
And then I'll just fucking ladle whatever dips on that and, sit down with my nachos and have one plate. I'm not going back for, just trying to edge out some fucking 7-layer here. Buffalo chicken dip. I don't think it belongs in this conversation. I think it's a worthy concoction, but it's not something that if I see them, be like, oh shit, sound the alarms. Fucking buffalo chicken dip is here.
7-layer kind of stinks.
I agree.
I love it.
There is only one day a year the 7-layer shows up. Nobody brings 7-layer to Christmas. Nobody brings.
Yeah, if it's so good, why are you making it one time a year?
Yeah, nobody brings that to a dinner party. 7-layer's trash.
No, 7 layers. It's a change of pace back. It's not your every down guy, but it's your third and short. You bring it in.
I don't need fucking olives on any down.
I just don't need it.
I agree. Olives do not belong in that.
Like I like.
You guys have changed. You guys have changed.
With my dips, and I don't like muffulettas or muffulettas, whatever.
Oh well, you're wrong about that.
I've heard Dylan does.
Fucking.
Yeah, I do.
Laps.
Jason's Deli. He loves Jason's Deli.
J-Del? Of course.
I'm just saying.
Oh. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. He's back. Look at him. Here, live and in person.
I'll tell you another dip that stinks. Onion dip.
Ooh.
That sour cream and onion dip that either made out of out of the packet, it's trash. That's a bad. I do not like.
It's pretty tasty. It's pretty tasty,
Dude,
sir.
You like that with a ruffle or something?
Yeah. It's. I mean,
I
you feel like trash eating it. It's not a high quality dip, but it is very tasty.
I will fuck with some cheap bean dip though, like the Fritos bean dip. It's probably like literally nothing but like oil and fat, but I'll fuck with that. The comments do have a good point. Spinach dip or spinach artichoke dip.
Yeah, we forgot about that one.
That may stand on a fucking podium alone.
Yeah, it's basically
what is S tier
with artichokes. That's an outstanding dip. I'm also a big fan of pimento cheese, which can be made as a dip. I'm into that. And of course, hummus. Hummus is an outstanding dip.
I don't hate hummus. I think Dylan's been flamed in the past for this take.
I'm a hummus boy.
If you get a good
I love
hummus,
it.
you know, your boy may or may not have at one point in his life been a regional salesman for a local hummus company. No big deal. But I'll fuck with some hummus.
If you see hummus and sliced bell peppers sitting there, you can enjoy that and not feel terrible about yourself after you eat them. That's why.
And at
That's why I mess with it.
you're probably doing more than just eating appetizers. You're probably ordering pizza or having wings or
You
something.
got wings going.
You know, it's not the day to eat queso and heavy appetizers necessarily. A little hummus might be something that really brings enjoyment to the group.
I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation.
I think one thing that people could use some guidance on, and I don't think it's not on the rundown, but what is your plan or course of action for drinks for the day? Because I think that's critical. You've got like a 5-hour event here, and it's not necessarily always a rowdy event. So let's assume you're at a house, 10 to 15 people. You know 5 to 7 of them very well. There's probably 3 or 4 people you've never met and a couple, you know, associates. What are you drinking that day, and how are you going?
I'm pretty soft on Super Bowl Sunday because, like I said, I just can't really commit to just getting annihilated on a Sunday evening like that. So I'm like a 3 or 4 beer guy paced out over 4 or 5 hours. Pretty weak, I know it's soft, but how to get it out there.
It's hard to drink beer when you're eating. You know, it's one of these days where you're eating a lot of food. It's sort of the Thanksgiving of American sports. So it's hard to sit there and drink more than 3 or 4 beers. But you also don't want to switch to liquor because you have to work on Sunday or on Monday. It's really an age-old dilemma.
If work wasn't a part of the equation, how would you pack it?
Oh, well, that's different. That might change the whole equation. The other thing I would say is at Thanksgiving or a day like that, you might drink a little vino.
Yeah.
But really, if you're around other people, you probably don't want to be drinking wine. There's people elbowing you at a party. You know, it's domestic light beer is an acceptable situation here. I agree with Juliet.
Hey, I'll be right back.
We got
Sorry.
you. Oh, all good. Go.
Understandable, Dave.
Get out of here. We didn't want to talk to you anyway.
Ooh, look at that.
Look at that. Shout out to Randy.
3-man. Triple box.
All right. Well, right as Dave leaves, anything else we want to do on Smoke Some before we kick it over to the actual game talk? And hopefully it's back by Dip Picks.
I'm just looking forward to those ribs that you promised us. So please don't break that promise.
No,
TJ,
I'm in
okay?
on that. There's no going back on that. I said it in public, told myself accountable. Yeah, I think we've hit on everything. I think what's criminally like missing from 99% of Super Bowl parties, and usually for good reason, is like I think Thanksgiving's a great comp. A fucking long ass food day, too many damn people moving around, usually a game on in the background. Is there aren't any sweets involved with Super Bowl Sunday usually at all, at least in the parties I've been to. And I think that would probably improve the flow of the day, that I could hit some chips and dip, couple wings or a slice of pizza, and then move on and be like, all right, great. Here's a fucking snickerdoodle for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, usually somebody brings brownies or something,
Yeah.
He's back. Oh, he's gone. There he is. He's back.
Trash though.
I'm back for the moment.
It's all
Okay.
good. We're flexible here. All right, let's jump into the actual game. We want your takes before we get too far in here. Let me switch this over.
I'll just say it. I think it's going to be a great game.
I'm just saying.
Anything to elaborate on there?
I don't want to give my take or my pick because I'm afraid I'll lose a good segment of my Twitter following, mainly those who went to school in Lubbock. But I do like Tampa Bay in this game.
Okay.
And that is money. That is a money line, Tampa Bay.
All right. Well, I'm not saying we're getting ahead of ourselves, but we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Sorry.
You think he's getting his 7th ring?
No, I think he will be kicked off the team before the big game due to some.
Okay.
No, yeah, he's getting his ring. He's getting his ring.
Isn't that an Ariana Grande song?
Okay. Okay.
And a Future song.
I like it. Micah, your thoughts on the fact that it feels like nothing fucking worthwhile or paying attention to has gone on this week.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about everything that's happening, but it just seems like there's nothing happening. And it might be because there isn't radio. Well, it is because there's no Radio Row. There's no knuckleheads. The teams aren't down there all week. They're staying at home. You would think, and Tampa's already at home. It's sort of a weird week. It would have been interesting to see what this week was like during, if there was typical Super Bowl media to have Tampa at home and how big a story that would have been. Instead, like everybody's been at home for a year, so nobody cares that Tampa gets to stay home for 2 weeks. Plus, I don't know when Kansas City's actually traveling. But it's, it's kind of boring, truthfully.
Yeah, the Chiefs barber situation is by far the most interesting non-football related thing to happen this week.
Oh, you're talking about the fact that the barber, I guess, tested positive or some shit.
Yeah, Pat Mahomes.
Apparently, if he wasn't caught, like I believe they stopped him mid haircut, right? Let's say 10 guys from the Chiefs test positive because of that, including Pat Mahomes. Do they push the game back? You kind of have to, don't you? Else the whole thing is just extremely tainted, if not. That was almost a total disaster.
Or do you think they'd bury the story?
Yeah.
Very possible, too. Very possible.
I would be interested to see how that plays out because I know what I would be I know what I would prefer. I'd prefer them just to say nothing, and I'd rather not hear about it all Sunday long. And then on Monday or Tuesday, them say something. What was it? The Bucks, oddly enough, the Bucks and the Raiders game. And the Raiders had a fullback who had a manic episode like the night before the game. I can't recall his name. It might have been the center or the fullback. You recall this at all, Micah?
Vaguely. Yeah. Yes, I do. I don't remember the man's name, but
oh, gosh, I'm struggling to remember his name. Maybe somebody will have in the comments.
The starting center, and then he just wasn't there on game day, and they just didn't really talk about it.
Right.
And then Monday, all the stories came out about where was the starting center yesterday, and why did the TV broadcast not mention this? And I think that's probably the scenario we'd have. Although if it was Pat Mahomes, you can't really pull that off. Tony Romo can't go 5 hours without mentioning why Pat Mahomes isn't on the sideline or in the
right.
It's interesting hypothetical, I guess.
Burying the story, that's probably his the likely fallout from something like that happening, I would think.
Or we have the Dodgers episode in the World Series with Justin Turner. Like they're celebrating, and then they the name of the guy. Then they announce it like in the fourth quarter. And
they find out in the ninth, in the middle of the ninth inning that the dude had tested positive. What is that about?
And he comes back to the field after and is celebrating, hugging people's kids and all that shit. Like
without a mask on.
If
God.
Yeah, these dudes, that's not going to happen. The Super Bowl can't allow that to happen. Either the NFL just doesn't test the guy on Sundays. And if they test him at 8 a.m. and it doesn't come until the fourth quarter, that would really be something. Ryan Woodward said Barrett Robbins is the Raiders guy, which I think that's the name.
Yes, I think that's correct. That sounds about right.
Shouts to Ryan.
Other than that, again, no big highlights. I personally love Radio Row, the ticket who David and I talk about all the time. They do an entire week there. A lot of good bits, a lot of good content comes out of it. But I'm not dying to see, Dion and Brian Urlacher show up and hawk me hair supplements and erectile dysfunction medicine.
You don't need Bill Romanowski to sell protein shakes. Yeah, I did a piece on Mind of Micah either last year or 2 years ago about the Radio Row economy, like the ecosystem, and how sort of players are ranked, whether they're Friday guys, Thursday guys, Wednesday guys, Tuesday guys, or Monday guys. And if a Friday guy were to show up on Monday, he'd be the biggest star on all of Radio Row. But a Monday guy shows up on Friday and nobody's going to talk to him. It's an interesting. I'm sort of interested in the sociological aspect of who's a big enough star to get which radio interview. But that being said, the world does not miss Radio Row just because it's not around this week. Our society is no worse off for not having Guillermo interviewing players on media day.
True, we do
less Gronk exposure though, which is usually not a great thing.
Did you believe the Gronk story? I think that's really the only funny story we've had this week. That Gronk, when tested doing sprints at home during the offseason, basically shot multiple videos and changed shirts on one day of running sprints and would turn those videos into his trainer, like spread out over the offseason. I don't believe it actually happened, but if it did, I love the commitment to the bit.
It's just, that's probably just Gronk goofing a little bit, but I would like to think that actually happened because very funny.
All right, last story I think it's worth hitting before we get to dip picks. Micah, Mattress Mack. I'm sure there's been a Mind of Micah or a Read of the Week written on him in the past, but someone who's lived in Houston, what's your take on old Mattress Mack?
See, this is the first that I'm seeing of this. I'll read from the rundown. Mattress Mack bet 3.46 mil on Tampa, flew to Fort Collins, placed the bet on the DraftKings app, and flew back. Now that's hilarious.
That's a flex.
I guess it's like a geo.
Well, he already did this once, right? He did this with the Astros.
Mm-hmm.
He's done this a bunch of times.
It's a hedge. He breaks even no matter what happens. So it's not a huge risk for him.
Is there a promotion that
Yes.
they go in for the other side?
So
yes, it's like a mattress giveaway situation.
I think in the past it was if a certain team wins, like free mattresses or whatever for a certain period of time. This year, customers who spent $3,000 on mattresses, basically January 1 through the Super Bowl, maybe it goes on beyond that. Actually, it wouldn't go on beyond that because then you just show up tomorrow and show up Monday and spend $3,000. If Tampa wins, you get your money back. So that's a pretty solid little push. That's a Tempur-Pedic. That's a Casper mattress. Maybe it's not the hospital bed that Randy sleeps on. A lot of Randy talk today, but that's a sizable purchase. Mattress Mack's been in the news quite a bit, like you mentioned. The Astros. I think he was also notable for bringing people in during the most recent hurricane and flood.
That's true. Yeah. Mattress Mack is like nobody is better at getting local media attention, and now the whole nation knows about him, so it's national. But for years, he would like clockwork buy the biggest steer at the Houston Livestock and Rodeo Show. He'd spend $1 million on it just because he knew that every TV station in town would say, "This steer, look at the steer. It was bought by Mattress Mack," and he could go on and talk about it. So he's sort of a carnival barker. Shouts to him. And just getting on a private jet, landing in Colorado, placing the bet on your app, and then flying back is an all-time flex. That's the best part of the whole story.
It's just a bet for the people. I mean, if the Bucks win, people are getting free mattresses, and that's tight.
I respect. All they have to do is cover. I don't think he.
Is it a cover?
I think he bet the cover. Even better.
He's got a chance to middle this thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Better. I do think it's a lot like the Pornhub articles that we will inevitably see on Monday or Tuesday. Pornhub is the absolute king of putting out bullshit clickbait articles 2-3 days after the Super Bowl, talking about, the only thing that I was searching was, 3 lesbians and 2 midgets on Sunday. And that's the biggest search. Like I would only search 2 at most. The Tampa Bay thing,
I hadn't even seen this.
The Tampa's dopey mayor said that he'd consider changing the name of the city to Tampa if they won the Super Bowl.
You got to think that's not happening.
I've had enough of this guy. Let's keep moving.
All right. Well, we vamped long enough. Our boy didn't make it back, but I think he's going to add his picks later. This time.
Yeah, he said he's done.
Oh, seriously? So gross.
For dip picks. There's been a lot that went down in the last week that we picked games. Obviously, we did the Tiger episode 2 weeks ago. Week before that, Dylan, you picked one of the 2 games, right? Micah picked both of the conference championships, right? Got his big boy stack wrong. The points as they stand, I believe, and this is where I've got a little bit of confusion, that I said, or we agreed, conference title games would be 2 points each, and big boy stacks that week would be 4 or some additional points. Is that correct? That there were more than 1 point since we were only picking 2 games?
Let's go.
I believe that is correct.
Okay. Because if they were normal, we would have a 3-way tie for first. Because they were not, Micah's in the lead with 100 points even on the year. Almost as it should be. Dylan and David tied at 98 points. I've got 97.
Let's go.
Following at home, 1 point per game or 1 point per pick. Big boy stacks have been 3 all year. On the season, since this is our final week, let's catch everybody up on our records. David and Dylan, identical records at 80 and 79, just over 50%. I'm at 81 and 78. I think my record's a little bit off in here because of the national title game. And then Micah is at 89 and 73 on the year at 54%.
I'll get you paid.
You know, you're not breaking, you're not going home broke in Vegas if you're betting that heavy. So this week we figured we'd mix it up, throw in some prop bets to fill out the board. Our big boy stack will be who you believe is going to win the game or pick against the spread, Tampa or Kansas City only. To start with our dip picks, Dylan, coin toss, heads or tails.
Oh man, we're even doing coin toss. Is it heads or tails, or they do like each side of the coin has like a team's helmet on it?
That's true, but we're just gonna call it. Will the team that's
How would you say? Yeah, the team that wins the coin toss. Okay,
get it correct or not? Yes or no?
Okay. So we pick teams, right? I'll say Tampa Bay.
Tampa will win the toss. So that way, if Kansas City picks, then they get it wrong and Tampa Bay. Okay, gotcha. That works.
Right. Yeah, that works.
Okay, I like that. I will take the Chiefs to win the toss.
I'm going to stick with the Chiefs here as well. I'm not entirely positive of who's singing the national anthem.
It is
Eric Church.
Eric Church and someone else.
Okay, so there are 2 people.
Yes, it's a person I've never heard of before.
Under a minute 59.
All right, yeah. Jasmine Sullivan is her name.
That's based on absolutely nothing.
Who's she play for?
Exactly. I think she plays for. They didn't want to go hard with the Nashville country singer only this week. Probably a bad time.
Sullivan is an R&B singer. She has 12.
I guess Morgan Wallen was already booked for the weekend, I think.
Yeah, they got rid of him.
He had himself a night. Micah, over under.
I think I'm going to take the over, and it's more because I think that there's going to be some instrumentation because Eric Church is a terrible singer, like most Nashville performers are. So there's going to have to be like a guitar solo. There will be an intro, and I think that the R&B singer here will try and extend the Home of the Brave portion to a length that pushes us over. 2
minutes it feels like a long.
Yeah,
it does.
I think Gaga is one of the few that went over. So I'm going to take the under.
She's a queen, though.
Yeah, some will say. Over under 6.5 punts on the game. I will start here and I will go under.
I love this bet. I'm going hard on the under. I don't see the Chiefs have punted, I think, 3 times the entire playoffs. I like the under here.
I'm going to fade you guys. I'm going to gain one on you here. Going over.
I just think that Tampa is so aggressive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. I just don't see a lot of punts in this game.
I agree. First offensive play, one of my favorite bets in the game. I did switch one up here. Run or pass for the first play of the game?
Pass. Either team, I see it being a pass.
The thing is, if you take run here, you get the possibility of a sack or a broken play, or a Mahomes scramble. I think I'm going to take run.
But we're only counting something that statistically the ball crosses the line.
Yeah, I don't think a sack is like no action play, right? No blood.
I agree with Micah here. Anything doesn't include a ball crossing the line of scrimmage out of the hand of the quarterback is a run.
Oh, I'll stick with pass.
Micah,
I'm running like a running back. Get it, man.
I'm going pass. Quick swing pass or something. Gatorade color. I hate the Gatorade. I guarantee they put money into making sure this shows up on prop bet websites. I believe the most popular options are like red, clear, blue, purple.
Orange seems to be the betting favorite on the sites that I've seen. Although I'm going to go
because it's the best flavor? Probably.
I don't know. Lemon lime slaps.
Oh, shit.
No, it doesn't.
green.
I'm going to go red here because both Kansas City and Tampa are red-colored teams. So perhaps somebody in Gatorade is thinking this will look best on camera. So that's my pick is red.
Orange. Best flavor, best odds. Let's go.
Shout out to Cucumber. Sneaky good. I'm going to go with clear.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's the best flavor is the cucumber lime flavor. Far and away the best one.
Damn refreshing.
Probably not going to be on the sideline of the Super Bowl.
Okay, so this one's a little more complex. We're picking the score here.
Yeah, I think that we picked the score because we're all so close as far as the season-long total.
Okay.
The tiebreaker is who gets closest.
So whoever's closest to it.
Yeah, I think
total or the actual score.
I don't know.
I think I pick the score.
Let's go total.
What you got?
Oh, okay.
Fuck it. So I will start here.
Sorry, one other thing. How about we make it whoever is closest to the final score gets 3 points and no one else gets points.
Fair.
So this is
only one person can make any hay here. I'm going to go 34-27. No, 25. Give me some fucked up number. It's never even. Micah.
Give me 42-27. Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl champion.
Shit, now we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Wow.
Back to back.
31-24 Kansas City.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Now that we've all fucking busted our load, I'll play back to back.
God damn. Getting big.
So we've got Kansas City and Kansas City for the both of you.
Yep.
Not many people know that the house I lived in college, I painted the walls. The only house that I've actually painted the room in which I slept. I painted those walls pewter because up until 2016, I was a diehard Tampa Bay fan. Celebrated like crazy for the 2002 Super Bowl. Was very happy with it. I abandoned them once they drafted fucking.
I abandoned my team.
I abandoned my team.
I've abandoned my sport.
They drafted Robert Aguayo in 2016. Look down the list, pick the next team that had a good draft. Miles Jack and Jalen Rams were drafted, and that's how I became a Jags fan. We talked about this in episode 1. For this weekend and this weekend only, I will be rooting for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on a one-day contract and retire my jersey as a Tampa Bay fan. Not because of Tom, because of Byron Leftwich, who's the next Jaguar. Great. That's my pick. That's what I'm sticking with.
Getting big. God damn.
Before David left, he did mention he was going to piss off a lot of his Red Raider fans. I'm going to guess that David's leaning towards Tampa as well. We'll change it if he did not stick with that, but just so that people know, David's right.
Earlier he said Tampa Bay wins outright.
Getting big.
There you go.
God damn.
We will update the people on our picks Sunday morning, but for those who didn't hear during the Tiger episode, I think that's when we talked about this. Loser of Dip Picks on the year is going to wear for 4 episodes. Don't know if it's all circling or all. What the fuck do we do here? Too much dip. Almost said 3 different shows. What? We'll be wearing a Cole Campbell headset mic. Micah, that might take a year, a week, or month to get those episodes checked off, but we'll make it happen.
You know, someone sent me an official Cole Campbell T-shirt. One of our listeners. I have no idea who sent it, and it's the size is 5X. So could I wear that instead of the Britney Spears / Cole Campbell headset? Or
I think that's acceptable. Yeah,
I think that's okay.
It's the biggest T-shirt I've ever seen in my life.
I need to see you wear that with somebody else wearing the shirt with you at the same time. It needs to be one of those shots.
Okay.
All right, we'll get out of here. Unless anyone has anything to add. I failed everybody by not having the Jake drop, but when your team wins the big game, it's good. But if not, whatever else he said.
I want my chips. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
Playoffs? What are you talking about? Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Sunday night.